What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today is the last time we're going to be using the Zygarde Solgaleo team with Zygarde, Solgaleo, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Venusaur, and Ludicolo. Let's get started and play some games. So overall, I really do enjoy using Zygarde. Solgaleo has been really fun to use Zygarde. I didn't like Zygarde originally when I first used it, but it's been growing on me. It's really been growing on me. So I feel like the Fini helps out a lot better than the first time I used it in VGC 2019. It's been pretty good. As we got Shota from Japan, 1512 rating. To kick things off, we're gonna go against one of these right away. So, Tornadus, Ludicolo, Kyogre, Necrozma, the Tapu Koko, and Incineroar. Interesting lead. Did I lead double grass again? Kind of want to lead double grass. Incineroar is not too helpful, although it's kind of helpful. I don't want to bring Necrozma, that's for sure. Incineroar is very poor in this. Incineroar really only helps against the Necrozma. And it is a troublesome Pokemon for me to deal with. I mean, I really like Venusaur or Ludicolo. I kind of don't want to bring Venusaur, actually. I think I'd rather bring Fini, Incineroar, or Zygarde in the back. We'll see how this goes. I feel like even though I really like Venusaur in this matchup, I can't really say I love it, because I'm not sure what my opponent's going to bring. I think you're going to bring Incineroar, Tornadus, Kyogre. Maybe you don't bring Necrozma in this matchup? I feel like you would. Would you? I guess the question is, does my opponent bring it? If my opponent brings it, Incineroar is definitely worth having. If my opponent doesn't bring it, it's not the worst for me because I still have Fake Out Pressure, which Incineroar can throw back, and as well as a sack if I need to. We'll see how this goes. I'm not exactly sure how this matchup will play out. I face Solgaleo Kyogre, I face Xerneas Kyogre, Yveltal Kyogre, not Necrozma Dustmane and Kyogre, as we see the Tornadus lead with the Necrozma Dustmane. So this was kind of the lead I was scared of if I led double grass here. So I mean, it's not the best lead for me, but it's definitely not the worst lead for me here. Would you go straight for the Hurricane into Tornadus? You might try to taunt my Fini. I think my best play is actually just to go Zygarde immediately, hard Zygarde and Swagger. Because I'm really tempted to. And you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Actually, I didn't even need to bring Incineroar now that I think about it, because I would have Coil. If I just get one Coil up with Zygarde, I'd be really good here. We'll bring out the Zygarde here, because I have Misty Seed, so I'll live Photon Geyser plus Hurricane. Tornadus protects. I must be scared to Fake Out. Okay. Probably not double protect, right? No. Swagger. That's a pretty good turn for me. That's a pretty good turn. I think that's a pretty good turn for me. As Trigger Move gonna go. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'll coil up here and Moonblast the Tornadus. I guess the question is, do you taunt my Zygarde or do you taunt my Fini? I feel like you might taunt my Fini here because you can't really stop my Fini from setting up, but I think that would be alright. I'm just going to draw off a Moonblast right away and coil up because I do want the defense boost. Even if I don't get it, if let's say my opponent taunts the Zygarde, it'll be fine. Interesting to see Protect on the Tornadus because it means it doesn't carry either Rain Dance, Tailwind, or Taunt, but it does carry Taunt. It goes into Fini, which is what I expected, so great. Sunsteel Strike going to come out. That's going to do good damage, but who is that into? I would hope it's... I'd be fine with either slot. I live it either way. Zygarde. Jeez, that actually took a lot. Coil up. How much damage would I be doing to the Necrozma? That's the question. We do get a Moonblast off. It will target down the Tornadus for some really good damage. I kind of want to switch out into my Incineroar here. Yeah, I want to go Incineroar here and just protect. I feel like if anything, you're going to just taunt, attack my Zygarde. You could go for the Kyogre switch. I'm not sure if you would really do that, but we'll see here. I kind of expecting my opponent to sack Tornadus for a free switch. So we'll bring out Incineroar here. It gets to Intimidate off. I have Fake Out Pressure for the following turns, which is nice. We'll see what my opponent does. We'll protect Zygarde here. As what are you gonna do? Taunt into the Zygarde slot and a Photon Geyser into the Incineroar slot. Okay, that works out. I think I'm just gonna 1,000 arrows. The question is, what do I want to do? I could fake out the Tornadus to prevent a taunt from going off. I can go into Ludicolo because I'll have Fake Out Pressure. Even if I knock out Tornadus, that'd be fine. Shurikim's only one more turn. I mean, really, I kind of want to just go Ludicolo here. I think Ludicolo's better because I'd get better board positioning, I think, overall, if I do make the Ludicolo play rather than the Fake Out. Yeah, I could protect Zygarde the following turn, but I don't really have to protect Zygarde in my position, especially if I Fake Out and stall out the last turn Trick Room. So we'll bring out the Ludicolo here. We are going to see the taunt come out, no surprise, into my Zygarde. And a Sunsteel Strike into, I assume, Zygarde? That should activate my 50% Power Construct, right? Yeah, nice. 1,000 arrows. We might activate Weakness Policy here, but it wouldn't be too bad. Whew, that's good damage. That's good damage. It is Weakness Policy, no surprise there. And Tornadus goes down, and we'll get the Power Construct off. So, based on the damage, I really just don't expect Zygarde to go down to this. What's it called? I wouldn't expect my opponent Necrozma to knock out my Zygarde. Although, +1 might knock out Ludicolo. Am I willing to risk Ludicolo? Kyogre gonna come out. I just want to Fake Out 1,000 arrows, I think. Overall, I don't see a problem with that, really. Yeah, I should live an attack. I really should live an attack from Necrozma. Did my opponent have Lele or anything that could stop me? I don't think my opponent did. No, my opponent didn't. Yeah, I'm just gonna Fake Out and go for the 1,000 arrows again. Then next turn, I should live the attack, right? And even if you knock out Ludicolo, if you would have to either protect Kyogre to avoid taking a bunch of damage, or you take a bunch of damage to be put in extreme speed range, so I'd be okay with that too. We'll see what my opponent does here. Is Fake Out gonna go off into the Kyogre? Let's see, can Necrozma actually knock me out? Photon Geyser. I don't think this knocks me out. Oh no, Ludicolo, yeah, that's fine. I'm willing to trade Ludicolo there, as I said before, because now I get a bunch of damage off. It is a +3,000 arrows into Kyogre. Oh, that's a frail Kyogre, that's for sure. And it looks like the Kyogre is faster than the Zygarde, so it's either a Scarf Kyogre? Maybe it specs him fast? I don't know. It's a frail Kyogre, I can tell you that much. Ludicolo is probably going to come out now. But I think I'm in a really good spot. Oh, Coco. What's wrong with me going for 1,000 arrows in the Fake Out? Don't think there really is. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think there is. We'll go for 1,000 arrows. I could also, actually no, there's an extreme speed play I can make and a Fake Out it into the Tapu Koko. It's safer. I don't risk like crits. Yeah, I just don't risk crits. As a match is going to be forfeit, so we will take a win there, which is really nice. I think overall, just me setting up my Zygarde immediately was really good. I think overall, just being able to set up Zygarde was the key to that game, because I was just able to pressure my opponent so much, get a lot of damage off. Basically keeping the Tornadus in, because Tornadus wasn't really doing anything, because since my opponent wasn't attacking, you were being really passive with Taunt. Necrozma wasn't really doing much damage until the policy was boost activated, and I'm really glad I got that Self Swagger and the Coil off, because my opponent wasn't able to threaten the Zygarde. And then by the time Kyogre came in, it was kind of a bit too late. Zygarde was already set up and was wreaking havoc on my opponent's team, which is kind of what I want to aim for in that game. So we do end up pulling out with a win, which is really nice. I think Zygarde was pulling a ton of work in that game. But we'll see if it can continue, as we got Sun for the United States. 1535 rating. Ooh. Necrozma. So we saw Dusk main, and now we see Dawn Wings. What does he even do? I don't even really know. I know it gets Trick Room, it gets some options, but realistically, I'm not sure what it's really supposed to do otherwise. I really do like my... Okay. The Pokemon... I don't have to bring my Solgaleo, which is great because I don't think Solgaleo is that helpful. My Venusaur has a very fun time. So does my Zygarde. I think my 4 Pokemon are going to be Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Venusaur, and... Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Venusaur, and Zygarde, so... It's just a question of what order. I think I just try to set up, right? I just lead Zygarde plus Venusaur. I could lead Incineroar plus Zygarde, which wouldn't be a bad lead either. I think it really comes down to what kind of Fini it is. I think the Fini is very questioning, because I'm really curious on what kind of set it is. Yeah, because if Groudon leads, I punish it immensely. Yeah, I think this is fine. We'll see how this goes. It's a very interesting team that we have from my opponents. I'm quite excited to see if the Necrozma is going to be brought. Incineroar should be brought here. I don't know. You might opt not to bring Groudon. I could see Incineroar, Necrozma. The last two are kind of up in the air because I don't think you need Serena. I don't think you need like a bunch of my opponent's Pokemon. But Tapu Fini going to be revealed. Okay. That does activate my Seed, which is kind of unfortunate for me actually because I didn't want my Seed to be activated right away. My opponent might be trying to go for a Haze setup, which is kind of bad for me, I guess, in a sort of fashion. Because my Misty Seed's no longer a thing. My opponent has Fake Out Icy Wind opportunity. I feel like I just want to go my own Fini here. Yeah, I want to go my own Fini here, and you would Fake Out my Zygarde if anything, right? I want to just go for 1,000 arrows because if my opponent has Icy Wind, I kind of want to actually take the Icy Wind drop. The reason I want to take the Icy Wind drop is because then Fini and Zygarde are -1, so I still get the Swagger combination into the 1,000 arrows the following turn. Unless my opponent decides to go out on Tapu Koko, but I'm not sure if he would go hard Tapu Koko on a potential 1,000 arrows there. So we'll switch out here. We'll go out into Fini. I think the goal right now is to put this Tapu Fini in range of Sludge Bomb, like weaken it for my Sludge Bomb. I don't think Zygarde's sweeping immediately. Oh. That works. Because I get chip into Incineroar, and all that chip is good for Venusaur late in the game. Just a hard Moonblast, not even the Icy Wind. Okay. I mean the Haze or Icy Wind. Yeah, that's fine. Should I Heal Pulse now just to be safe, or do I want to Swagger? I kind of want to Coil Up, because if you had Icy Wind or Haze, you might not just want to get rid of the attack drop. I do not think you would risk Koko here. I really don't think you should risk Koko here if you have it. I'm going to go for Swagger and 1,000 arrows, because if I can get rid of Incineroar, that's a huge momentum. You should always switch out Incineroar, but that's fine if you do. We're going to see Incineroar switch out. It's Groudon, okay. I could have Coiled Up, but again, Fini could have Haze, which I don't want. Now it's the question of how do I get Venusaur in a good spot. I did weaken the Fini for Sludge Bomb now, which is really good. And I will get a plus 1,000 arrows, which should do a decent amount to both of these Pokemon. So now Groudon's 100% in range of my Grass Knot. Wow, that actually didn't do as much as I thought. Icy does come out. I do get my complete form, actually. Are you not Haze? I feel like you would be Haze on this team, though. Are you self-Swagger is the question? Because I kind of need Zygarde to take care of the Incineroar in the future. I kind of want to go my own Incineroar here, because even if I lose my own Incineroar, that's fine. And I'm going to protect my Zygarde. Yeah, I think this works. Because even if I lose Incineroar, I get my Venusaur in for free, and then I can go for like Sludge Bomb or Grass Knot, depending on what I expect my opponent to do the following turns. So we'll see what happens here. We'll bring out the Incineroar, which will put this Groudon at -1. There's Choice Banded, it will knock out my Incineroar, but at this point, well, Incineroar is nice for the Necrozma in the back, so maybe it's not the best idea to sack it. But if it's not Swagger here, I shouldn't be sacking my Incineroar, so should be fine. Precipice Blades, it's actually fast Groudon, okay. Incineroar actually avoids, which sucks for my opponent, oh well. And a Moonblast. Yeah, that's fine. Can't I just fake out the Fini here? I don't want to lose my boost, because I have +1 in a bunch of stats right now. But I do think it's worth going for a fake out into Fini and getting Venusaur in. Yeah, I think I want to make this play. Yeah, because Groudon's going to retreat, which is fine. Into Incineroar. Oh man, I could have 1000 arrows that. Or coiled. That's fine still. I'm still in a decent spot here, regardless. And next turn I could U-turn the Incineroar and maybe I get 1000 arrows off into the Incineroar afterward, like I can Sludge Bomb the Fini 1000 arrows. Because after this fake out chip, it might matter. Because the fake out might just put the Fini in range of Sludge Bomb, which it kind of looks like. And I can U-turn the Incineroar here and try to put it in range of my Zygarde's 1000 arrows. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to protect Venusaur. We're going to go for U-turn out of Incineroar to try to get my thing. It really just depends on what kind of ground set it was. The miss, it depended because it might have activated my berry, or it might have been like banded, and maybe even banded Precipice Blades as a roll on Incineroar. But yeah, it does suck for my opponent, especially since if you have Necrozma on the back, getting damage on Incineroar is very important. Let's see what my opponent's gonna do though. Our Venusaur is in very comfortably. We're gonna see the Fini retreat here into the Groudon, which is an interesting switch, but that works out for me beautifully. We'll protect. Fake out? No. That's 1000 arrows range for my Zygarde. Should I coil up afterward? We'll go Zygarde here. Flare Blitz into Venusaur? Yeah, that's fine. Mist disappears, Sun isn't. I guess I should always 1000 arrows. But I kind of want to coil up. The reason I want to coil up is because I could definitely see Incineroar switching out. I guess worst case is a Flare Blitz burned. But I think Grass Knot and just coil up is really good here. As we're going to see the Groudon retreat into what, Fini? Huh, okay. I think that's okay for me. Does that proc Berry though? I guess that's the question. Grass Knot. No Protect either, so I could have got 1000 arrows off. It does proc Berry. And Flare Blitz. At least my opponent can't burn me. That's like the one positive here. Coil. The problem is if Flare Blitz activates a berry on the Incineroar, as we do see Flare Blitz. 1000 arrows would have been great there. I got a little bit greedy, but I didn't want Incineroar switching out and coming back later in the game. Let's see how much recoil you're taking. Probably enough for a berry. You're not berry. I still think 1000 arrows is the play. And just protect Venusaur. Just protecting Venusaur is the play. Because you can't knock out my Zygarde right here. Actually, wait, does Moonblast knock me out? I don't have my Seed Boost anymore. I feel like it shouldn't, but if it does, then I'm actually in trouble. Necrozma coming out. So that's taking 1000 arrows. I don't know how bulky Necrozma is either. 1000 arrows will come out. We are faster than Fini, which is good. That's not doing anything though. And then Icy Wind comes out. Zygarde takes a lot. I don't know if this Necrozma can knock me out because I don't know what items. I feel like the only item that I could see that's worth it on Necrozma Dawnwings, it's Life Orb, since you don't run down Lunala. We'll go Incineroar here and protect Zygarde. I just can't let the Groudon in for free. At least Necrozma doesn't get any form recovery, so that's pretty good. And the Fini is also has no form recovery either. And also the Incineroar is a Salt Vest, it looks like, so I need a little bit more chip to put in Sludge Bomb range, but still worth it. Because I think Venusaur can 100% easily win this game. And I could easily Heal Pulse if I need to. Let's see. Protect Zygarde, switch on to Incin. Icy Wind should be coming out, yep. That means you're not going for Trick Room, so I'm guessing it's Moongeist Beam? Because I don't know what Necrozma really does otherwise. It's going to be a Moongeist Beam, yep. Into the Zygarde, that's fine. Zygarde is useful in the late game. I think going out on my own Fini is worth it. Am I neutral with Zygarde or am I +1? I'm +1, so yeah, I'm not doing that much to Fini right now. Kind of want to U-turn the Fini here. I don't think Necrozma should stay in. The reason I don't think Necrozma should stay in is because you are threatened by a knockoff. Looks like it stayed in though? Muddy Water? Huh. You don't really see that on Fini anymore. Accuracy drop on Fini, but okay. Moongeist Beam, that's fine. I've never seen this one use Moongeist Beam before. Foxberry, which is good. Very good. Do we hit? Nice. I'm trying to think about this end game. It's gonna be a little bit tough. I do go Zygarde here. I can't afford to go Venusaur. It's gonna be questionable because it depends on what this Necrozma set is, because I really don't know. I don't think it's Specs. I feel like Specs should have done a little bit more. My Fini is not healthy, which is a problem. Oh wait, we didn't take an Icy Wind, but we're -1. I think I want to Heal Pulse Necrozma and 1,000 Arrows. We saw Fini move before the Necrozma, so it's slow. Well, 1,000 Arrows here and Heal Pulse. Because Heal Pulse can't miss, which is good. You can hear that sirens. Okay, well, Heal Pulse. Get off 1,000 Arrows. We're trying to chip away my opponent's team. That's a good chip. That's actually a really good chip. We crit the Necrozma. We put Fini in range of Extreme Speed, which is the big part. That's what I was going for. And let's see who you Moongeist Beam. Moongeist Beam should knock out either one of my Pokemon at this range. Moongeist Beam. I wonder if you're Specs, but I don't think you're Specs. Let's see. Gonna target down my Fini once again. I just don't feel like that's Specs. I don't know what Necrozma's Dawnwing's special attack stat is, but I don't think that is Specs. If you're my opponent, what would I do here? I would switch out Fini into Groudon. Maybe Protect. I mean, everything on my opponent's team is weakened, which is really good. You could Icy Wind, I guess. I think I just go Incin here. And I think I attempt 1,000 Arrows. We'll see how this works. Yeah, because Fini's going to retreat here into Groudon? Yeah. That works. Because now my opponent's not knocking out my Fini. I have a sack available, so I can bring out my Zygarde again when it's relatively healthy. And now 1,000 Arrows is going to do a good amount to my opponent. I should put Lunala in range of anything. I'm still faster than it? I mean, not Lunala, Necrozma, obviously, but wow. Why is that so slow? Or -1 too, is it just min speed? Are you Trick Room? You guys beam into Zygarde. We take that very comfortably, actually. You did Icy Wind, right? Yeah, you did. I just gotta get Zygarde next to Necrozma, Zygarde next to Venusaur, and I think I do win the game. We always 1,000 arrows and fake out the Groudon. My opponent looks like you're giving me the Necrozma, so that's great. So, 1,000 arrows into my opponent. Does finish out the Necrozma. I'm going to stack 2 Pokemon here, most likely. Yeah, I'm probably going to stack 2 Pokemon here, but that's fine. Berry on Groudon, okay. So you're not going to live Grass Knot from that range. I don't think you can live Grass Knot at that range. Alright. I guess the Precipice Blades does matter. Wait, did I activate my Baryon Incineroar? Because you weren't knocking me out with the first Precipice Blades. Yes, you did miss, which was unfortunate, but I don't think you would have knocked out regardless. We see Fini come in. That's a perfect position for me that I need. I'm going to U-turn the Fini slot. U-turn the Groudon slot, actually, because I want Fini on the field. Sack my own Fini and try to get in my Zygarde next to my Venusaur. I guess the question is, does this Groudon have sub? That's like the only game changer that could be provided if this Groudon has substitute. Although most of them are Sword Stance, but this one has substitute. That's a game changer because that's gonna be really hard to play around. Is there a way I can Is there a way I can prevent the sub? I don't think there is a way I can prevent the sub. I want to reset my speed on Zygarde, which is the reason why I'm switching out. You're not going to sub this turn, I feel like. You would sub in the turn that's coming up. Because your Precipice Blades, that's fine. I guess you could heal pulse yourself. But Grass on 1,000 arrows should still knock you out regardless. Because you need a lot of Spadef to live the attack. You might try to Moonblast here. Or Icy Wind, yeah, that works too. We'll go Zygarde and Venusaur. Do I go aggressive here and risk the game? Because realistically what I could do is Sludge Bomb the Fini and Coil. But I don't think that really changes the game if it's sub on Groudon, because I don't think that doesn't fix the problem, I think. No, I just don't think that fixes the problem that I have. I think I'm just going to Grass Knot the Groudon and 1,000 arrows. Because even if I coil up, I don't think it changes the game. Groudon's forced to protect you. Unless I've been mistaking my speed tiers, I'm pretty sure that Zygarde has always been faster than my opponent's Fini. Yeah, okay, nice. Double protect the following turn, and then it's just going to come down to this Groudon set is a substitute. This is the money question. This is the money question. Does it have substitute? If it has substitute, that's definitely a big thing. We're going to see Incineroar come out. Are you substitute? 1,000 arrows will knock out Incineroar. Unless the Groudon's fast for some reason. But I don't know. The Groudon seems relatively bulky, so I don't think it's fast. Or at least fast enough to outspeed Venusaur. You have substitute. If you have substitute, you reveal it now. You fake out Venusaur, you sub here. Like 100% that's your play. Oh boy. This is a close one. Do you have substitute? That is the question. Any of your substitute, I need double protect with Venusaur. Well, I need to also live the Precipice Blades from the Groudon, which I think could be doable. Stomping Tantrum. Okay. Also comes down to, I guess, now how fast your Groudon is, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough. Or if you somehow miraculously live the Grass Knot, and... Well, if you live the Grass Knot, I don't think you should outspeed the Zygarde. Let's find out. Still a relatively very close game. Unless my opponent knows the spreads on my opponent's side and thinks, oh, this is game over. If, like, the Groudon's slow and doesn't have enough bulk. We're going to see a protect, so you're hoping that Incineroar can live 1,000 arrows, or hoping I choke here. But no, this should be the game. Yeah. I don't think Incineroar should magically live this 1,000 arrows, even if I'm -1. You're like below 25. Yeah. So Incineroar goes down, and now I can Grass Knot the critical hit. I don't think that matters. A neutral one does 50%. A -1 should do around 33. So yeah. We'll just 1,000 arrows. We'll go for Grass Knot. Again, it just comes down to how fast is Groudon. Well, it's not fast enough, so Grass Knot does come out. Should knock out. Yeah, we knock out Groudon. That's going to be a good game. So, really, really close battle. It's interesting to see the Necrozma. I really wonder what its item was, because I really wanted to get... I really wanted to see what its item was, but I couldn't afford to really knock off, because if my opponent, like, caught me on a turn where I was slacking and got a free switch into Groudon, I couldn't allow that. So, basically, the game was me trying to maneuver against the Groudon, because Groudon's such a big threat. I couldn't really coil up, because I didn't think coil was going to be that effective, because I thought it'd be Haze Fini. I'm not sure if it was. We saw Icy Wind, Muddy Water. What did we see? Icy Wind, Muddy Water. Did we see anything else? Did we? I don't... we saw Moonblast, right? We saw Moonblast early? Was it Icy Wind, Muddy Water, Moon... What was it set? Huh. Okay. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back to Battles. A really close game. Again, it was just maneuvering the Groudon that was really good here. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back to Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below. Show support. If we do hit 175 likes for this video and all the other episodes, we use Zygarde and Solgaleo 2 weeks within the time limit of this video being uploaded, we will have a QR code of this team. Sorry if I'm not really explaining the best. I might be a little bit out of it, and that's just because I don't really feel too well, but do want to still try to get out the daily content, and I feel like I have still been playing decent enough. So yeah, otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.